UFC 325 is right around the corner. Two dog shit title fights back to back. Let's go. We are winning. Thank you, Dana White. This video is a little late because by the time I'm recording this, UFC 325 is literally tomorrow. They're now here to make the fights after UFC 324. I picked many fighters who fought on that card, chose their opponents, which makes the most sense legacy-wise, ranking-wise, a little bit of hype-wise, but most importantly, ranking. Who deserves to go up, who deserves to go down. Let's get started. Interim lightweight champion Justin Gaethje put belt to fucking ass against Paddy, thank God. I'm coming around to like Paddy. I really never hated him. It's more, I thought he was arrogant with the shit record he had. I'm like, dude, how are you talking so much shit with that record? At least Conor McGregor was knocking out fucking Dustin. He was beating Max. I know these were tadpole versions, but Conor had a pretty good record leading up to the fucking Aldo fight. Nevertheless, Justin did what he was supposed to do, and he saved the UFC from industry plants. Thank you. He is now the first ever two-time interim champion, and he's gonna lose his third title fight. Let's go ahead and make Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria at the White House. Ilia's wife is currently leaving him. No, I love the Justin. Oh, my kids, Justin. I shouldn't joke about that. I don't know what's going on. There's allegations of domestic abuse. I don't know, but Ilia fights once a year. Really fucking annoying. Last year, 2025, he fought for literally 3 minutes. He beat Charles in the first round. Took literally no damage besides an elbow that he ate. Never again. Poof. Okay. This is the star. This is the stars we have. These are the champions we have today. Hamzat's the same way. It is what it is. So I don't even know if he'll be back in time for the White House, but if he is, you got All-American white boy Justin Gaethje, who, if he somehow flukes Ilia, that would be fucking amazing. Bro, we're gonna have uncomfortable conversations about the GOAT list if Justin beats fucking Ilia. But obviously, the sort of logical prediction is unfortunately a round 1, round 2 KO for Ilia. Should be a fun dogfight. Justin does have a good chin, but my thing is, bro, if Ilia could knock out Max, he's gonna... Dude, he's gonna... If Paddy could touch Justin, which I just hyped up Justin beating the fuck out of Paddy, but I'm not gonna lie, Paddy's a dog, and he was landing some strikes against Justin that... Oh my god, dude. It's fun. One of the coolest, bloodiest fights I've ever seen, Justin versus Paddy. Not a hint of technique. It was a bar fight, in the words of Ilia Topuria, and if Justin shows up to Ilia like that, it's not gonna end well. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna show up more in the Rafael Fiziev fight, the Dustin second fight, be more calculated, less sporadic. But it's Ilia. It really doesn't matter how you show up. You're gonna lose. Unless you're Armin, then he won't fight you. All right, let's keep going. Paddy the Baddie. Paddy the Batty Lad, the Scouser. Let's just see who I fought, because I forgot who I chose. Oh, that makes sense. The winner of Dan Hooker and BSD. They're about to fight literally tomorrow. By the time I'm recording this, they probably already fought. I'm hoping... I don't even know who I want to win this, because either fight's a great blood match between the two. Like, Dan Hooker has a intense beef with Paddy. Like, they're talking about each other's moms. Paddy's like, oh, Dan Hooker couldn't grab a rapist off his mother, eh? And it's like, what? And then Dan Hooker's like, your friend killed himself. So, I don't know. You don't want two white boys beefing. They go at it. But I love Dan Hooker. I think he's awesome. I think we really missed out on a fun-ass BMF fight between him and Max Holloway. That would have been a fucking striker's delight. But he did what nobody else wanted to do and fought Armin. Lost brutally, of course. And that was way too soon. He's coming back way too soon, bro. And he's fighting BSD, who's not as ground and pound as Armin, but he's just as, I would say, grapple thirsty. He's gonna try to drown Dan Hooker, and bro, Dan Hooker could have won this fight. I could see him winning. This was like a year ago, maybe. I don't know, man. The momentum that BSD's on, I think he's gonna win, and I think BSD versus Paddy's gonna be fucking crazy. I don't know who's gonna win between BSD and Paddy. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go BSD. I gotta see how he looks like in this Dan Hooker fight. But either way, whoever wins, I think that should be Paddy's next opponent. I think that makes sense ranking-wise. Also, regardless, either of these two. I know the Dan Hooker would probably create more hype just because of the beef, but Paddy versus BSD would also be a banger. Either way, I think that's the fight to make for the Scouser. Oh my god, the Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley did not put on a good performance at UFC 324 against Song Yadong. In fact, not only was it a little disappointing, it was arguably his most boring fight. He lost a clear round to Song in round 2. Round 3 was the best he looked. He looked like the real Sean O'Malley that we all hype him up to be, one of the best kickboxers in the UFC. Bro, that round 1, I know some people feel so mad. They get so mad when you even hint at the idea that it could have been a robbery. When you say robbery, it doesn't mean that it was like so crystal clear and blatant, like, oh my god, what do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, every robbery isn't a Dominic Reyes, John Jones type of where it's like in your face, not a Cyril Gane versus Volkov where it's like, dude, how the fuck did they give it to him? There was a real robbery on this fight with Silva and Rose Namajunas, not Jean Silva, Natalia Silva. But the Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong fight, bro, rewatch round 1. Maybe I need to rewatch round 1. I don't know, but round 1 was in the air. They were both landing like pretty pitter-pat shots, not a whole lot of volume, but it seemed like more volume was on Song's part. Sean landed a few like body kicks, one spinning back kick that sounded loud and it hit Song, but it nothing seemed like the momentum was shifting too much. If anything, again, I think Song put more volume up, but I'll show the stats right here. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that Song took down Sean O'Malley at the end of the round. And if my memory serves me correctly, that fight was way too in the air for me to be just so comfortable with everyone giving Sean O'Malley the 29-28 decision. But he did win on paper, so who should he fight next? Well, this one's a two birds, one stone, because I think his next opponent should be a fighter who already fought on the same card on UFC 324. Fuck, I gotta go to work. Real quick, boom, Umar. I'll explain why when I'm back. Okay, I am back from work, full day's work. Oh my god, dude. But I'm literally recording this and it is midnight my time. It's the day of UFC 325, so I am very behind, but I'm still gonna get these videos out. Swan's Casual, this should have came out a week ago. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Alright, anyways, I think Sean should fight Umar because they both had the chance to solidify a title shot, and they kind of both blew it. Umar, I think, deserves it just because he puts in the work more, in the sense of this is the first contender Sean's fought since he lost the belt. He should have fought one after losing to Merab, but they gave him an immediate rematch. That's okay, industry plant, it is what it is. But with Umar lost to Merab, and then he fought Batista, who was on a good win streak. That's a good win. And then he fought Figgy. Not the best win, but it is still a top-ranked guy. Horribly boring fight from Umar and Figgy. I blame more Figgy because Figgy was backing up the whole fight. I remember I saw a comment who was like, man, Figgy wants to throw hands, but all Umar did was wanted to fucking wrestle. Did you watch the fight? Did you see what was happening? I saw on Twitter someone sped up the fight like as a meme, and when it sped up, you can clearly see Figgy damn near running away. Not running away, but like walking away the whole time. Figgy did not want to be there. I think Figgy should have retired. He's obviously not that guy anymore. Unfortunate as it is, because I like Figgy. Figgy is one of the underrated flyweights, one of the flyweight goats, top 10. But he looked like dog shit against Umar, and he stank it up. Umar did too. Takes two to tango. Umar should have done more. He was the biggest favorite on that card. He should have finished him, but again, I do put more of the blame on Figgy. So he put up a boring performance. Resume-wise, he probably does deserve the title shot more than Sean O'Malley. He hasn't even fought Peter Yan yet, so that'd be an amazing fight to see. Sean O'Malley stunk it up because, one, his fight with Song Yadong wasn't even that good. Like, it wasn't that entertaining. Round 3 was. But he stunk it up because, again, I think I said earlier, I forget, I just got back off work, but I think I said he made it too close. Round 2, he gave to Song Yadong, or Song Yadong took it with the fucking takedowns and the pressure. Sean O'Malley woke up, became his old self in the middle half of round 3. Round 1 was very fucking close. And again, like I said, it was just boring besides round 3. So I think if you're going to have two contenders who kind of deserve it, kind of not deserve it, have them fight each other, bro. They have yet to fight each other. These are two guys with big names. It would be a fun fight to see. I think Umar drowns Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley, bro, how do you fight Merab back-to-back and Peter Yan and Aljo, and you're letting Song Yadong control you? That's crazy, man. I hope Sean improves. I think he is a very fun striker. He did have a boring fight with Song Yudong, but he usually doesn't. I think this should be a 5-round main event or 5-round co-main at the White House. You got American White Boy Sean O'Malley. I think he would fit right in. It would be a fun fight. We would love to see it. And it's a perfect title eliminator while Merab and Peter Yan settle out the trilogy. I hope they make this fight. This fight makes sense to me. All right, Song Yudong. Who should he fight? I'm trying to remember. I think Song Yudong was the hardest to choose from just for how wonky the bantamweight division is at the moment. You got Peyton Talbot coming up. Corey Sandhagen is probably going to fight Peyton Talbot. I think that would be an amazing fight. Perfect for both fighters in terms of rankings and what they've done in their previous fight. Umar against Song would have made sense if Song didn't already fight Sean O'Malley. My God, it's midnight over here. So I think I chose, who did I choose? Oh, Martinez, duh. I think these two should fight. Now, this is assuming Martinez wins his next fight, because I think he's scheduled to fight Chito Vera very soon. Let me just confirm that real quick. Okay, yeah, he's going to fight Chito for UFC Fight Night in February. Okay, so right around the corner. So this is assuming he beats Chito, because who the fuck doesn't beat Chito? And it makes sense ranking-wise. Real quick, let's look at all the bantamweights. Here are all the bantamweights. Martinez is right here, number 10. Song Yudong is number 5. If Talbot is going to fight Corey, which I think they're going to do, Merab, Umar, and Peter are obviously like kind of the big four that are, everyone's trying to determine who's going to fight who. Figgy is not going to fight anywhere near up, especially after that performance. Zahabi, like, this is all going to make sense in a minute, but I think Martinez versus Song Yudong is going to be not only fireworks, but it's going to make sense for both fighters, and it's a winnable fight. I can see Song winning. I can see David Martinez winning. And it does get the division moving. We could give Martinez either a staple, or Song can prove yet again that he can crush anybody besides the current top 5. Figgy. Oh my God, dude, this is about to be the most aura-less picture of all time. Watch this. This is who Figgy should fight, in my opinion. Does this not make sense? Does this not make sense? Zahabi versus Figgy. Zahabi's going to be one of those fighters where we're going to just question years later, how the fuck did he make it this high up in the division? Life and death with Old Man Aldo. Damn near life and death with Chito. He's not good. Ariel Helwani is not good. He's not even bad. He's just not that good. Like, nothing really sticks out for Zahabi. He's already right now on a little run of beating up the either oldest or most cheeks fighters in his division that are ranked. He might as well go to Figgy, bro. Figgy fucking, I don't even want to say he sucks, bro, but he looks so ass now. So this is perfect for Zahabi. Retirement Aldo. Chito Vera. Old Man Figgy. Like, this makes sense. If he doesn't fight Figgy, I don't see him beating anybody else above him. Song beats him. Sean O'Malley beats him. Peter kills him. Umar kills him. Merab kills him. I would bet Peyton Talbot to knock out Zahabi round 2. And, well, I say that as if Talbot's not good, but he's great. But this guy's not. If they give him Figgy, they extend his lifeline. Sandhagen kills him too. Like, I'm just saying. But yeah, make this fight. Let's just see Zahabi get another win before he becomes a highlight reel for a fucking Song or a Peyton Talbot. Oh, my wife. Natalia Silva, the robber of the year. She was gifted the Rose win. Bro, I was tweaking when they gave that decision. That's the most crystal clear robbery of the year so far. It was bad. And I wanted Silva to win, and I predicted that she would win. But, bro, she got kind of pieced up for multiple rounds, man. So she won on paper. Let's just give her to Shevchenko. Let's give her to Shevchenko. My God, bro, if Rose can hold you down, what the fuck is this 25-minute fight gonna look like? Shevchenko is damn near gonna become the WMMA GOAT. She's probably gonna pass up Nunes very soon, if not already. She's in that conversation. Make this fight. We need a new title contender. Yeah. Rose. Who should you fight? Rose, you gotta... I'm sorry, Rose. We gotta feed you to the WMMA demon. That's right. My second wife, Wayne Kong. Bro, how do you not love Wayne Kong? Wayne Kong is the Conor McGregor of WMMA. She's just as good as Prime Conor. She goes above and beyond. Bro, every time I see her with that awesome fucking Joker makeup, and she does the gun emote, and she... Oh, I can't do it no more. I can't. Oh my God, she's so funny. And she's really good besides that one L she took. She did not look good there, but She's got low-key KO power. I think Rose probably sweeps her, but this would be a fun, hyped up fight for what it is for WMA. And Wayne Khan deserves a real name in this division. I'm sorry, Rose, you did get robbed, but then again, you could win this fight. This would be a nice little bounce back. Dude, I felt so bad for Rose. There's a video of her crying, like shortly after UFC 324, and her fans were just like comforting her. And it was just so sad to just see her in tears. And like, obviously, nobody gives a fuck. Unfortunately, that's just how the MMA community is. But she was robbed, man. And it's fucked up. It's always fucked up when a robbery happens. Volkov, Cyril Gahn, John Jones, Dominic Reyes. But it is what it is, man. Hopefully she wins this fight. But I won't be mad if Wayne Kong pulls through. Because we all love Wayne Kong. All right, moving on to Waldo Cortez Acosta. This one I'm a bit iffy on. Give him Curtis Blades. I don't know who wins. If it's the Curtis Blades that fought last time against Rizvan Guniev or Kuniev or some shit like that. I think Bedtime calls him Guniev. If that's the Curtis Blades that shows up, Acosta's gonna fucking smoke him. But then again, Curtis Blades could just fucking blanket him. So I don't know. I really hate the heavyweight division. It is so unathletic, unskilled, boring, fat slobs moving around. Blades wasn't usually that, but in his last fights, he kind of looks like that. I hope this is a round one finish, bro. I hope Acosta just beats him. Title eliminator right here, especially if Waldo wins. Let's get Waldo to fight Tom the Bomb Aspinall. That's what we all want to see. That would be a fun little big fight in the heavyweight division. I think this one is the one to make. Why is Curtis Blades looking at me like that? Watch this. All right, next fight. Derek Lewis. Dude, Derek Lewis should fucking retire. Who does he even fight right now? Oh! Walter Walker, sub, heel hook this kid in a minute flat. Derek Lewis embarrasses Texas yet again. And I like Derek. I don't know if I love Derek Lewis, but I like Derek Lewis a lot. I think he's hilarious. His KOs, when he lands them, are amazing. He is a can crusher. He might knock out Walker. Obviously, is the most knockouts in UFC history. But this would be this fight would make sense. You get Walker higher in the division, get Derek Lewis the fuck out of here until he KOs another prospect, in quotations. Heavyweight division has no fucking prospects. They all are cheeks. Besides this guy, Josh Hokett. I am not the biggest fan of Josh Hokett. I think his stick is cringe and annoying, but I do appreciate that he's trying to add some flavor into this division. I think you give him Shamil the Deal Gaziev. But honestly, after making this, I was thinking, what if we just give Josh Hokett Derek Lewis? Imagine Josh versus Derek Lewis at the White House. Like two all-out American fighters on two opposite sides of the spectrum. Derek Lewis seems real. He doesn't look like he's putting on a character. Josh Hokett, the exact opposite. They probably share the same political beliefs, same sense of humor, but I think Derek Lewis would just wash him at the press conference. And then obviously in the fight, Josh Hokett fucking kills him because unlike Derek Lewis, Josh Hokett is healthy and fit and talented. But I wouldn't be mad if they gave him Shamil. I think he beats Shamil, bro. And I would be so sad if Shamil loses again. He already fucking got fluked by Waldo, so I don't know, man. But this fight would make sense ranking-wise as well. I would not mind it. Fuck, look at this body, man. That is horrible. I'm sorry, Shamil. You gotta cut it out on the cheeseburgers. Let's move on. Gaethje. Please fight this fucking bum next and be the first one to sleep him. His chin is godlike. It's better than Holloway's. Please sleep him. This fight makes sense. It may honestly be actually too much of a jump because Gaethje looked human in his last fight. He didn't even look bad. He just looked human. He didn't get the knockout. He got some vicious knockdowns in the first 2 rounds. But it shows there are some fighters out there, not even some fighters, it shows that he will not always get the KO. I still believe in him, honestly, but Vettori would be the perfect test. I know some people are saying Gastelum. That also makes sense, but I think Gastelum would be a harder fight. I truly think Vettori's fucking dog shit. Probably the worst. Is he the worst fighter right now? Obviously, there's probably, like, you could bring up the Tafa brothers, all that shit, but for how big Vettori got in the division, he was fucking fighting for the belt. He is truly ass. Only thing remarkable about him is his godlike chin, and now you have a little mini Francis Ngannou This fight would just make sense. If he can't KO Vettori, can Vettori minimal ass skill level beat Gaethje? Because Gaethje, I know some people say he got fraud checked. I don't think so. This would be a real test. I know Vettori seems like a big jump up, but he really is fucking ass. Oh, Swans, you're not thinking about the people he's fought. Delidzi. Maybe I'm just a hater. I am a hater, but no, Vittori's fucking ass. And yeah, I hope they make this fight. I hope Gautier fucking knocks him out. But if he doesn't, that I would say is a legitimate fraud check. Okay, post edit. I don't think he would be ass if he doesn't knock out Vettori. Vettori has yet to be knocked out. I would call him a fraud if he loses to Vettori in an embarrassing way. He could still beat Vettori in a decision. It just depends on how he looks. But I think he should fight Vettori just because we'll get a better sense of where he is skill-wise, because Vettori is probably going to hang in there. Gene Silva. Speaking of ass, here is the opposite of ass. Here is the future featherweight champion. If he could get past Movsar, which we might as well show you who I think he should fight. I think he should fight Movsar. Movsar is in a tricky situation. He deserves a title shot. He been deserved one, but he's been passed up many times. Probably because he can never finish a fight. Every single UFC fight he's in, that he's been in, has been a decision. Not the best look. He is 19-0, which is very impressive, but when you see all these decisions, it's not the most. It just, obviously, we as MMA fans love seeing a good finish every now and then. The company loves it as well. That's why they reward fucking protests the way that they do. Movsar has amazing names on his resume. Ige's good. Lopez is great, especially with what we've seen Lopez do now. Allen is a great name. Alger's a great name. But since 2021, he's had 5 fights. 5 fights in the last 5 years. That is not fucking good. I don't care what injuries may have occurred. He hasn't fought at all since 2024. He didn't fight at all 2025. So I completely understand why they don't give him a title shot. Fuck him, honestly. I want him to have a title shot. He deserves it off of resume, but you have to be more active than that. Same thing with Shavkat. Shavkat arguably deserves it, but he hasn't fought since 2024 as well. I think on the same card too. So yeah, fuck that. No, don't give him a title shot. You got to be active, bro. I say you got to be active because there are people constantly trying to work for a title shot, passing you up. I don't think Diego deserves it, especially because Movsar has beaten Diego, but you've been out for over a year. Let us know you still got it. This is also perfect for Gene Silva because Gene Silva is grappling. I think he's a very highly skilled fighter. I do think his grappling is his kryptonite, so to speak. He was able to submit Bryce Mitchell, which does show that he does have good grappling to a certain extent. Then again, Lopez was able to really hold him down for all of round 1. I don't think he's bad on the ground, though. I don't think he's horrible. This fight would determine how good he really is. And if he's able to get past Evloev, he is cemented as a fucking demon. Like, no, if he gets past this fight, nobody beats him. He beats Lopez 9 times out of 10. I think he beats Volk with a KO, and that wouldn't be a fluke. I think his fight IQ and his talent and his skill will get him to the KO, just like how Ilya found the KO against Volk in round 2. This is his toughest test because Evloev, fuck, I hate his name. I hate pronouncing it. I'm not xenophobic. I'm bad with names like that. But his grappling is probably the strongest in the division. This would be the perfect test for Gene Silva's grappling. This will truly show us Gene Silva's ceiling. And it makes sense ranking-wise. If Movsar beats Gene Silva, get him a title shot. But he's got to fight like within at least 8 months after Silva. Preferably sooner. Alright, last one. Arnold Allen. Does this not make sense? Now this is Vallejos. Now Kevin Vallejos has a fight very soon. He's going to fight Josh Emmett, I think in a main event. This right here is assuming that Vallejos wins that fight, which I think he will. I don't know if he knocks out Emmett, even though Vallejos does have very devastating KO power. Very similar to Ilya, how they're patient, and I think he's more patient than Ilya, to be honest. I don't know if he's better, but he takes things a lot slower than Ilya. But when he finds that shot, he fucking finds it. Then again, Emmett was like the only person to go 5 rounds with Ilya and survive. Pure domination. Don't let me hype up Emmett too much. He got fucking fucked. He just has a phenomenal chin. But Vallejos against Arnold Allen in a 5-rounder, that would be very cool to see. I think this makes sense so much with the rankings. Stylistically, it's an amazing fight. And also, there is a bit of lore and history to this fight. Think about it. Gene Silva, Kevin Vallejos, their first fight in the UFC was each other. And it's the only fight Vallejos has lost. Gene Silva beat him. Tell me, after Gene Silva beat Arnold Allen in a war, it was competitive, 29-28 Silva, not a robbery, but it was competitive. Imagine Vallejos versus Arnold Allen immediately after. This would be a crazy kind of, I know MMA math is casual, but this would be a crazy scale to see how much Vallejos has improved. What can he do against Arnold Allen, who's always going to be a dangerous opponent for all of these fighters? He's a great fighter himself. I could see him winning. But Vallejos, if he KOs Arnold Allen, that would be such hype for a possible and damn near likely rematch of Vallejos versus Gene Silva. Oh, the build-up, I can see it now. Again, this is all assuming he beats Emmett, which I'm pretty sure he does. Oh, that's it, thank God. Oh my gosh, fuck it. It's midnight over here, y'all. Okay, y'all, we are done. It is literally midnight, January 31st, 12:32 a.m. CT time, and this is technically the day of UFC 325. I'm going to try to have this video up before then. Predictions real quick. I hope Volk wins. He dominated Lopez in the last fight. He shouldn't be fighting Lopez again. It'll only stain his legacy if he loses. Not stain in the sense of, oh, you fucking suck. He is older. He is chinnier. It makes sense that someone with KO power like Lopez actually gets him out. I hope that doesn't fucking happen. I hope Volk wins again. Probably going to be a decision. If Volk finishes him, that'll be even a bigger fucking statement. Who else fighting? We might as well do predictions real quick. Hold on. Let's do that. Okay, so we already said Volk's gonna beat Diego Lopez. I hope that happens. That's my prediction. Dan Hooker versus BSD. I'm going BSD, even though I could see Dan Hooker putting up a good war. In fact, I would have chose Hooker like a year ago. But he's taking way too much damage, especially recently. He's coming back way too soon. Fucking Armin put belt to ass. He's probably got a bunch of scar tissue that's gonna open up by BSD. Maybe a round 2 submission. Oh, man, bro, it fucking sucks that we never got Dan Hooker versus Max Holloway. That would have been a crazy BMF stand-up fight, but all right, I'm going BSD. Rafael Fiziev versus Rufi. This is the hardest fight to predict for me. Fiziev could just do the Bahamondes fight again and just fucking surprise us and remind us he is that guy when it comes to striking. I'm going to go with Rufi, though, but dude, if Fiziev goes to the grappling like how he did against fucking Gaethje against Rufi, then again, Rufi's, his grappling did not look that bad against BSD. BSD's just really good on the ground. Unless he's fighting Mokano. Hello. We'll go with Rufi, though. We'll go Rufi. I'll say decision. 29-28. I hope he wins, God. All right. Tai Tuivasa versus Teixeira. Tai Tuivasa is fucking fat. I'm going to go with Teixeira. Teixeira is a good prospect from what we've seen. He did get fluked by Derek Lewis, and it was an early stoppage. I hope Teixeira shows out. Tai Tuivasa is genuinely garbage at MMA. He's too fucking big, man. All right, I'm going with Sal Killed because he is that guy. Goddamn, big ass favorite. Yeah, I'm gonna go. He's gonna win. If I had to guess a knockout, maybe like a round 2, round 3 knockout. Junior Tafa. I will never, ever, ever put money on the Tafa brothers. I'm going with Billy. Same with Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage, when I see that name, I'm going to go against him. So we're going to say Cam Rouston. Rouston. I don't give a shit. All right, let's keep going. Taurus Finney versus Jacob Malcone. Finney is a human tumor. The way he's built, I hope he doesn't stink up this fight like he did the last one. I'm going with Finney. He's going to win. Oban Elliott. Ooh, this is actually a good one. I'm going to say Elliott. I'm going with Oban Elliott. Khan Offley versus Yizza. Ooh, this guy's a cool. He only has one name. That's sick. I'm gonna go with him. That's cool. Yizza is gonna win. Don't know how. And I know nobody else. Okay. Best predictor on YouTube. All right, we'll see how we do. Let me know if this has aged like milk. I will see you at the next one.